Listen to me, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk to y'all real quick. Hold on for a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on, wait. Shout out to everybody. I do want to say that. Battle rap is crazy. Your boy was out. I had to go to the dentist. I had to get a root canal and get the permanent crown put in, pause, whatever necessary, and I was telling them, like, hurry up, I got an interview to do, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just jam, you know what I mean? Like, fix it, I gotta go. And they ended up getting the crown put in. And all of that. So I was supposed to do an interview with before we get started, I'm sorry, I know it's 2025. Get mad! Everybody get mad! Hold up, wait a minute! Bad News told everything he did get mad! 100% accuracy. Officer T. Ward knows. He told everything. Wait a minute. He did. He told everything. Cheese in the chat, please. Cheese up in this chat. Gorgonzola up in the chat. We need that. Also, Clone owes knowledge of foot. I do want to put that out there. Get mad. He owes the foot. He's never paid it. Shout out to Clone. Also, boxing gloves in the chat for official, please. It's over. It is over. Shout out to everybody. I do want to say this, though, right? So I get done. You know what I'm saying? A dinner appointment, whatever. So I'm on, I'm messaging official. I'm supposed to do it. She told me all of this yesterday, right? And so we were scheduled to do an interview, but, it was taking me a little bit of time to get home. By the time I got home, it would have been best for her to just do it like on Polo's channel. Shout out to Polo. So I went up there, me, him, Caps, official was on there. And official kind of exposed some things. I do want to say this. Coffee Brown and official have become more popular than Murder Mook and Hitman. Yo, what is this? Shout out to them. We seen Coffee Brown. She ended up doing a video with 15 Minutes of Fame, and she ends up detailing, right? A lot that was going on between her and official. She was basically saying, Coffee was saying her and official was super cool. They had a rapport, kind of a relationship, like a friendship. Official would call and check up on her kids, or at least message her, check up on her kids, check up on her. They smoked the spliffs together. They hung out at actual houses, not just like venues and stuff like that. So, Coffee Brown is kind of like painting a picture that they're cool, right? And then, like, Coffee told official by the elevator before the battle and all of that, official, if you thought I was going to talk about your mom, I'm not going to say anything like that, just to let you know, and I guess official was like, cool. But official never said she wasn't going to talk about, Coffee Brown's, relatives or situations or whatever, right? So we seen that. Coffee Brown also went on Angry Fan's channel, and Angry Fan interviewed Coffee, and Angry Fan asked Coffee Brown, a question. He was like, yo, is your child's father really no longer here on the earth anymore? Like, is that really a reality? Is that true? And Coffee Brown, it took her a minute, maybe she was processing everything, and she basically kind of veered into a different direction and kind of discussing things, and I don't know, this whole situation is crazy. So what official told me, she was like, there is no way that Coffee Brown's, ex is passed because he just got arrested this year, right? And I guess her ex is supposed to have passed like over a year ago, and official was telling me that she's got paperwork that her ex got arrested this year. So we all go on Polo's Live, right? And official brings receipts. It's over. Sorry, Coffee. I love you, Coffee. I love you. Folgers, I love you. We don't know if it's over yet. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, it's for effect coffee. So, official brought some receipts, some heavy duty receipts. I don't know who gave her those receipts. Bad news, T-word. I don't know, right? But some of the receipts she had is interesting. One of the receipts she has, she's showing like a LLC between Coffee Brown and the guy, right? And this is a guy that Tay-Rock got into it with, at a battle rap event. Y'all remember when Miss Miami and Coffee got into it, you know what I'm saying? And Miss Miami's like, where's Stamp at? Well, the guy that was on Coffee Brown's side, allegedly this is her child's father. You know what I mean? And Tay-Rock did confirm that that's the guy that he ended up getting into it with. So, which means publicly, as people know him publicly, because before I guess he was just like the Coffee Man or whatever that people knew him as, but then I guess he was introduced to everybody as Kevin, you know what I mean? But regardless of the names, Rock confirmed that that's the guy that, you know what I mean, he got into it with. That's the guy that was on stage on Coffee Brown, Miss Miami, Stamp, that whole situation. Official also had some more receipts, right? And Official was playing connect the dots because she showed a receipt of where I guess Coffee Brown was going to have, I think it's like a baby shower or something like that, or something along the lines of that. And then she had a receipt of the guy that I guess he had like a charge or something like that within the same area. You know what I mean? And it just, she basically connecting the dots that this is the guy that, Coffee Brown was messing with, and this is supposed to be her baby's father. All right. So we all go in there, we talking about it, we looking at the receipts, and I gotta admit, it does look kind of crazy. You know what I mean? That the receipts that Official was able to furnish, to the public. And then Official, she also went ahead and said her and Coffee Brown are not cool like she's trying to paint it out to be to the public. So I'm interested to hear Coffee's take on that. You know what I mean? Official basically said that somebody was telling somebody when they're around each other that I'm not going to talk about your deceased person or whatever. And then she's basically saying Coffee Brown basically took after that and then told her she's not going to talk about her deceased person. It kind of brings a little bit more clarity to what was going on, because people are kind of like, well, Official, if you talked about her deceased people and she talked about your deceased people as even, you hitting her or something like that is uncalled for, right? But Official said, you know what I mean, regardless of whatever, sometimes you have to be wrong about a situation, but it's just what it is, right? The interesting thing is when Official was actually rapping towards Coffee Brown, she was saying, she was basically talking about a fake baby daddy that didn't even pass, right? And she was saying the dudes are training, messing with trainees and all this other stuff, right? That Official was saying, but it's about it's a fake, it's like a rumor that's not even really real that Official was talking about. And so when Coffee Brown, I would guess Coffee Brown going back on what she said and rebuttaling that and then mentioning Official's past mom, it kind of probably triggered her. You know what I mean? And it made her do whatever she did. And Fisher also said her aunt was there. We got some clarifications on some things. We did not know if it was a Hulkamanian leg drop that Official dropped or if it was a bicycle kick. Official did put some clarity on that. Shout out to her. She said that she was trying to basically stomp Coffee out, and somebody grabbed her to where she couldn't do it. But so it wasn't no Hulkamania leg drop, you know what I mean? No bicycle kick, none of that. You know what I mean? But as far as everything else, we ended up getting Polo got Coffee Brown and Official on a live. I think he's gonna wait for it to process. He can clip it up and then throw it up on his channel or try to make sure it's greenlit before he can do that. And Coffee Brown was driving in a car with her mom. And so she didn't want to Coffee was saying yo, I'm gonna be right back. If you think if this is what you got, is this the evidence you got? I got you. You know what I mean? It's up. Cause Coffee was like, yo, remember you said that you know what I mean? This person's my baby's dad, and this and this, and you know what I mean? Remember that, and this tweet was from this, and this and that. Remember that? So she was playing it like she's going to come back and basically prove official wrong. We all said on the live, and then it took a while, but then Polo ended up getting Coffee Brown back on the live, and they started arguing, going back and forth. But it wasn't no real clarity because Coffee Brown was still driving, right? So at the end of the day, we want to make sure she gets to her destination safely. You know what I mean? Because that is the main thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know as it stands. The only thing I think that Coffee Brown could do, and this is no diss to her, no diss to nobody, is she could like furnish a piece of a birth certificate to show like whether or not like that guy was actually the father of the child, or if it was just somebody that she was saying it was the father of the child. But then on the flip side of it, it's like a conundrum. It's like if everybody believed publicly that that guy is the father of the child, and this is the person that everybody met, which was the Kevin is what they called him, you know what I mean? But his name was actually something else. Official ended up, showing, or talking about all of that when she showed the LLCs and she tracked everything down. Official played private investigator very well. I do want to say that. But, the public is really looking at this guy as if he's Coffee Brown's baby daddy, So if she shows the birth certificate, is the guy's name going to be on there, or is it going to be somebody else? Another thing she could do, she could show a obituary, you know what I'm saying, of the guy that supposedly passed. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what she could do. But I don't know. This is all getting a little bit messy, even for me. You know what I'm saying? But, even if she shows the birth certificate, it's still like this is the guy publicly that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. People looking at him as like it's the child's father, and then official was showing that, Coffee Brown actually moved from where she was at with that guy to like Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So they were like this. You know what I mean? So fiance, whatever, they were like this. So this is kind of like insane, bro. You know what I mean? I feel like the whole culture was watching. You even had Rock in there. Rock is like, no, that's the guy. You know what I mean? I got into it with. So I don't know. This is crazy. I don't know how Coffee Brown can end up spinning this, but we will see what she can do. As you know, on Earth, anything's possible. You know what I mean? But for right now, it kind of looks very damaging what Official put out. And I'm not just saying that because Official was on the live. It does look damaging. Unless Coffee Brown can get to her destination, get some information up and ready and put it out. Go on a proper platform and put it out on a big platform. You know what I mean? Or even just do the interview, you know what I mean? Wherever you feel comfortable, whatever. Do it on a platform where people can see your information, pull it up, and then make the fans make a determination themselves on what it is. But it seems like it's going to be difficult to really combat the proof or the alleged proof, that Official had. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. Also, Official said her and TBL are cool. They ended up checking on her. I think Chilla checked on her. The other dude, I think Kev or something like that, checked on her. They were not at risk of having the venue shut down. She did make that clear. We ended up talking about the battle, whether or not they're going to release the battle. She said the battle's not going to be released. I think Polo said that they pulled the battle off of the flyer on rapgrid.com, so they're just not going to release the battle. So I don't know whether or not they will both owe a battle, you know what I'm saying, because they did get paid, or how that situation would be resolved. You know what I mean? But it is what it is right now. This situation is bad on so many different levels, and at the end of the day, we want Coffee to get to her destination safely, get to where she got to get to. Also, all of y'all, I do want to say this. I see a lot of arguing on Twitter between a lot of different parties. Be careful, right? Twitter is, we got voices on Twitter, but we could easily lose our Twitter. You know what I'm saying? When you get super crazy and aggressive with people on Twitter, just be careful. Sometimes it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Just if y'all not gonna be cool, y'all not gonna be cool. But another thing is, Coffee Brown did say on Angry Fans Live that she is telling her people about Official. You know what I mean? And then she also reiterated on Polo's Live that she gonna hit up the people of the person that passed and tell, you know, them what Official was saying. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This is crazy. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of drama going on, and we all here for it. Hey, Official. Hey, Official. I was trying to download, what was it? StreamYard. I accidentally paid $400 something for a year. I'm like, I don't even use StreamYard. You know what I mean? But, you know, shout out to Official. Shout out to Coffee Brown. We'll end up seeing what they're going to do. You know, but at the end of the day, also shout out to Hitman Holla, Murder Mook. Mook's going to do an interview, I think, with Black Compass Media, or maybe Polo will see what he does. I will be watching that. Shout out to Mook. Hitman did respond to everybody's criticism because it looks like the culture, for the most part, has Mook with the 30. You know, so Hitman ended up responding to all of that, you know, and kind of going off, you know, and feeling like the goalpost is being moved. You know, and then I did see Cassidy talk reckless about Hitman. Y'all want me to pull that up? I'm sorry, Cassidy talk reckless about Mook. Y'all want me to pull that up real quick? I mean, I kind of don't want to, but if y'all want me to, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a little bit of drama. Cassidy, I might have to interview you now that I got StreamYard or so. So he was basically saying that he feels like Mook actually got the yeah. So Hitman Holla recaps Bulletproof Battle plus Cassidy. Okay. Yeah, we about to show this. Shout out to Cassidy talking reckless.
That is authentic. And Mook beating his wife and hitting his kids and
oh my God, Mook, you have to battle him now. Mook, he is talking crazy. Mook, he is talking reckless. I wouldn't be mad at this. And I do want to say this though, right? Before we get into all of this, I think right now as it stands, Surf is locked up, right? The people that are free, I think there's only one person that's free, right? That can probably give Mook kind of a run for his money. Not saying he's going to be better than Mook, but give Mook like a fight. I think it's T-Top right now. T-Top, I feel like, is a master angler. I think it would be an interesting battle between T-Top and Murder Mook. That's just my personal opinion. But if Cassidy is starting to talk reckless, they got history, right? If Cassidy on that side, I wouldn't be mad. Hey, Cassidy ain't battling in a minute. He might be ready. Who knows?
That is authentic. And Mook beating his wife and hitting his kids and doing all this shit and all this shit. And it's authentic. Then they changed the whole shit. Even the other rounds. So if it come out that that's authentic and Mook actually did that, the whole situation get different, and that's what I was telling ARP. That's why I'm here right now, because that shit is messy, man. Yeah. This whole image.
What do y'all think about that, right? I did see what Hitman put out. Hitman didn't put out everything. He put out like kind of like part of the conversation. I seen somebody online. They put out most of the conversation that Mook was having with somebody about whatever happened. I kind of don't want to get into that because I didn't see no record of it. You know, but if a lot of that was true, right, does that really change the outcome of the battle? That's something that y'all will have to ask yourself. I still think that Mook was up 2-0 before we even got to that situation. You know what I mean? I got Mook with a 30 personally. I thought he was up 2-0. I don't really think this changes much for real. I think it was too many levels, my personal opinion. But shout out to, no diss. Yeah, just too many levels.
I feel the same though. Like when you on wilding out, everything you say, they be responding, going crazy. And I never had no negative energy, and that's a part of the world at the same time. But them battle rap fans see that, you know what I mean? You stepped it up, you on Wild 'N Out, you doing other shit, you getting money, you coming with Jerry, you talking that shit, you pulling up in forums, you booking out Airbnb blocks for your team. You know that, so, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna be the same as Hitman before. Before you was like, you know what I mean? From St. Louis, hungry nigga, get into it. Like, now it's like, yo, this is up and just want to be in that position. So the same.
Somebody said he definitely would get the third round of me because I choose real rap over metaphors.
That'll love you. You know what I mean? To love your shit, that shit could grow to hate too. You know what I mean? But it's a balance. Like everybody don't feel the same, and sometimes you be just mainly focused on to the negative shit. Cause it's hard. But your shit gonna linger on.
I don't know, gang. I mean, I hear what Cassidy's saying in the beginning.
If that is authentic and
Mook! Cassidy is talking about you behind your back. Mook! We need an interview. Raw, hit him up. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to gas this. I wouldn't mind. When we was younger, y'all know y'all wanted to see this. Mook was trying to get that 20,000 up. We wanted to see this battle game. I want to see it.
Mook beating his wife and hitting his kids and
Yo, Mook low key won 4-0. He won the face off, won every round. That's crazy, bro. And I hear what y'all saying about Hitman, right? I don't really agree with what a lot of people are saying about Hitman. People saying Hitman was trash and all that. I would say Hitman wasn't as intricate as Mook, but I didn't feel like he was trash. I thought that round that Hitman had in his first would have won against a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think he was trash. I thought he was just trying to be as direct as possible with Mook and not to, lose the audience, like have the audience go with him like throughout the round. I thought he had like some moments in the first round. Since he don't want to pass the torch, I'ma light him while you're holding it. What? It sucks that I gotta talk to a person like this that paved the way. Like he had a couple of lines. Y'all can't lie. Like Hitman has some lines in that battle. It's just that when Mook started, you know what I'm saying? I'm the A side, you the B side. Let's get the records. Let's get this on the record player. Like when he started it like that, you know what I mean? It was just like a clear difference. You know what I mean? And then Mook acting like Hitman and you know what I'm saying? And that is old, dog. That stuff is old, dog. That is old, dog. You know what I'm saying? You've been doing that for 10 years. When he's doing that and he's getting like super animated and it's like he was beating Hitman at his own game. You know what I mean? And then he was just, how he ended that round, 357 Winchester, 223, and the 5.5 and the fifth. You know what I'm saying? Since you want to tell me about your numbers, I thought I should tell you about mine. Like, it was just way too much, that Mook did to where it looked a lot different. Like, Hitman wasn't good, but Hitman was actually good. It was just he was standing in front of a goat. You know what I mean? It's just what it was. You know what I mean? But, and I know a lot of people say the third round was close, the second round was close. I kind of thought the second round was a little bit closer on first watch, but I watched this battle 3 times. Y'all know y'all watched it more than once. And the more I watched it, the further the gap was. You know what I'm saying? I thought Mook's second was really good. You know what I mean? I didn't think he really, after I watched it again, I didn't really think he lost steam. He kind of just where he left off, he started kind of where he left off. I thought he did good, like breaking down, show out. He kept the audience engaged. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Hitman can, if anything, Hitman can be proud of himself that he didn't back down and he stood in front of and sometimes you got different tiers, man. Like it's just different tiers of artists. You got the top tiers, mid tiers, low tiers, top tiers, super top tiers. You got the God tiers. I think Hitman is like a super top tier. It's just when you get to the God level, you know what I'm saying, and you dealing with like a Lux or you dealing with like a Mook, they can show you things that you have not mastered yet. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Mook did. He learned from his mistakes and showed everybody what they, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, real quick. Oh, Lord. Yep. Yeah, I'm live right now. Oh my God, it's over. It is over. Oh my God, it's over. Are you serious? All right, we have to watch this. All right. Real quick, it's over, y'all. It is over. It's over. Y'all know what's about to happen? Coffee Brown is pulling up with the dude that official thinks is her baby daddy. It is over. It is over. Wait a minute. So, Drama Day. Drama Day. So I just got off the phone with Angry Fan. He's about to go live with Coffee Brown and the dude that official is saying is her baby daddy. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. But we got to watch that. Shout out to everybody. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Murder Mook. Cassidy's talking reckless. But we got more drama on the way. I'm out, y'all. Peace.